Hey, everybody, welcome back for day 38 of 100 Days of Halloween. I hope you are well and enjoying your Friday. Yes, it is the weekend. So, 100 Days of Halloween, what am I doing? Well, I have joined in with some of my yarny friends and sisters, and we are doing a Halloween slash fall themed project or projects because we're not all doing the same thing, but we kind of are, and we're doing it together and we're having a lot of fun. And some of you guys have said that you are joining in. I'm still waiting for pictures, guys. Um, but our friend, Yarny friend and sis Ranee over at the Woolly Llama Shop. Anybody I mention is going to be in the description box. Go check them out. You will love them. Very creative. They have a lot of great content. And I just absolutely adore them. And I know you will too. But anyhow, she was discussing with us on a live. She was wanting to do a Halloween or fall themed project for the 100 Days of Halloween. And her idea was a blanket, but not a huge blanket since it is so hot in the summertime. She wanted to break it down into little bite-sized pieces or 6-inch by 6-inch squares. And her thought process was they either had like a fall or Halloween theme or colors, or they had some kind of motif that started out with the square, and you worked off of it from there, and then you put them together, and by the end of the 100 Days of Halloween you have this awesome Halloween or fall themed blanket. Brilliant idea. I love it. And so, since I'd been wanting to make a blanket myself for the last several years, but was always busy with lifey stuff, I never got the chance. I jumped on it and said, I'm in, let's do this. I joined in solidarity. And that way we could motivate each other, help each other get some inspiration, maybe, and cheer each other on. And there's some other yarny friends and sisters that have joined in. Nova over at Nova Gnome Creations and Patricia over at the Yarny Cat. They are not making blankets like Ranee and I are. Nova is doing wearables for her and some very lovable and adorable, very special littles in her life. And Patricia made a different project that is a accessory. And she's got a video. I think it's still in the description box. Go check that out. You will love it. I actually got inspiration from that and plan on a project later in the future. Um, but Rainey is very structured with hers. She scoured the interwebs. She compiled this big long list of all these free square pattern, either tutorials or blogs, or appliques, things like that. And each one correlates with a number that she is drawing at random from her jack-o'-lantern of joy, or jinxed jack-o'-lantern of joy. And if you don't know what that means, you need to go check her out and you'll find out why. Love it. Um, but she draws one out at random every day, and they're all free so that she can give you guys inspiration and gives you all the information just in case you want to make those. I'm not using the same ones as her, although some of them have been the same. I am doing whatever sparks my creativity that day. Or if I find one and I'm prepping for one, um, I'm also including the information, whether it's a tutorial or a written pattern on a blog post, unless it is freehanded, because I have not been writing any of the patterns down when I'm freehanding them. I'm just like, when I get in the zone, I get in the zone and I don't even think to write it down until it's too late. Maybe at some point later, I might try and go back and do it, but I don't know. So yes, and every day we're dropping a video, or almost every day. Nova's doing hers once a week. Patricia, she talked about it a couple times and she showed her completed project. I'm not sure if she's going to make more. You never know because she's got a lot on her plate. Um, and Rainey and I, Rainey works very long shifts on the weekends. So she does hers Monday through Friday. And on Friday, she pulls for the weekend squares that she will have on her list to be working on, due to her work schedule. And I'm dropping every day. So we've completed days 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30. and we are working on 31 through 40 right now. So we are almost, yeah, we're over a quarter of the way through. We're almost a third of the way. Well, no, by around, well, we're getting close to halfway. Anyways, my math ain't mathing today, guys. It's Friday. So, anyways, so I've been doing shorts for every bundle of 10 that I'm doing because I know with 100 squares, it'll be 10 across and 10 up and down. I am putting mine together in a C2C fashion. And so whenever I have 10 squares completed for that lot, I am doing a video short so you guys can see them before I start adding them into the blanket. So without further ado, since I've yammered on so long, let's do a recap of days 31 through today, day 38, and see what square I've got for today. So on day 31, and all of the information will be in the description box for these squares. Um, I'm not going to keep recapping them because I know a lot of you are coming back day by day and seeing. And if it's something that you want to do, you can go in and get the information. Or it might be something in the future you want to do. So there we go. So day 31, I did the poison apple, and I think it turned out so cute on purple. But then we switched it up after day 31 because I had so many blank squares that were ready to go that just needed an applique or a motif of some sort or whatever. And so I tried to draw them at random from a shopping tote bag from the liquidation sales from our beloved, rest in peace, JoJo. Um, and the bag was an epic fail. It wanted to collapse everything. So we have transitioned into a box, and I have a hole cut out on top, and I'm drawing at random so I can't see. And I've called it the Boo Box of Fate. And so far that's been fun because every day when I end my video, I draw a new square, and I have you guys guess in the comment section what you think I'm going to put on that square for the next day. And I'm not peeking until the next day when I show the square to see what you guys have guessed. And so that first day we were drawing at random, I ended up drawing a purple square. Well, we had just done purple. So I vetoed it, threw it back in the box, and we ended up drawing this pumpkin orange square, and I added fall leaves. That was day 32. So then the next day square that we drew out was purple again. I wasn't going to veto it a second time. Obviously, purple wants to be seen. So we went ahead and used the purple one, and I put this little Franken ghosty, which is a set of 4 or 5 of them. They're like trick or treater um, themed little ghosties, and I thought he was too stinking cute not to put on this purple square. So we did the Franken ghosty, and then, oops, I need to flip these over so I don't get lost. So for day 34's square, we drew out yellow, and I actually named this one, and I called it Spell Gone Wrong. And I had been working on a little froggy applique. And to me, when I got it done, it looked more like a newt. Might look like a frog to you guys, but to me, it was looking like a newt. And I just had this vision in my head that this witchy cast a spell. It bounced off of something, hit her, turned her into a frog or newt. So I just freehanded this little witchy hat and put on top of it. So that was spell gone wrong because she turned herself into a frog or a newt. So that was day 34. Then day 35 square we pulled out was this fluorescent orange. Yes, orange again. I don't know what it is with purple and orange. So I had been working on this crystal ball, and I thought, okay, I'm going to put this one on this square and just add a little star and a little crescent moon. And there was that. And then on day 36, we drew out this, I think it's gecko, kind of a fluorescent green. And I had found this one applique, and you guys know I love my black kitties, and I could not pass it up using it. And this square was the perfect one to use it on. So I sewed it on this one, and I used the black sparkly yarn and purple. And I don't know. I do this every time, guys. Well, no, that's a little dark. Um, I guess the light's not shining very well through my window. So I used this like grape purple, and it comes out to the tail, and then the black sparkly goes up and you create the head and the ears. So that was day 36, and this is in my top 3. This is in my top 3, and I will be using this again. I don't know if it'll be in this blanket in other colors, but I know it's going on other projects. So there's that. Then day 37, we drew out this rust colored square. I finally found the ball of yarn with the label on it, and I couldn't remember if it was cinnamon or rust. It is rust, and it was Big Twist from those final sales liquidation things. And so I thought it was the perfect color square to put some mushrooms on, because everybody has every witchy has some mushrooms in her little herbal repertoire for putting together her concoctions. So there was my mushrooms. So that brings us to day 38. And let's see, I'm gonna have to put the sound down just in case the video pops on. Let's see what your guesses were for day 38, because we drew, it was a cornflower blue square with a white center, a white circle for the center. So let's find the video and see what y'all said. So what were the guesses? So Sam over at Memphis Makes, love the mushrooms. She said a fairy on a tree stump under the moon. That's a cute idea. Um, Patricia over at Yarny Cat Crochet, love the mushrooms. And she's guessing an owl on a broom with a witch hat. I love that. Donna Hoskinson said her guess is the Sanderson sisters silhouetted in the moonlight. Ooh, I do love that idea. That's one of my favorite Halloween movies I have to watch every year. Hocus Pocus. And I hope I don't get copyrighted for that. Let's see. Debbie Van Rensburg said I was pronouncing her surname correctly. Her suggestion for the square would be a colony of bats. I like that. Nova, of course, she loves the mushies. Her guess is purple clouds slightly obscuring the moon. Ooh. And then Find Your Joy said, how about a witch on a broom flying across the moon? Love it. And then Ranee over at the Woolly Llama Shop is guessing an alien or spaceship and alien. Said Allianne called home. The package is all air. Oh, in regards to the package I was talking about yesterday, she said it's all Erin at Crafting Kitty's fault. She takes no responsibility, even though I wasn't the first one to see it. Ranee saw hers and she was enabled, and I was enabled from Ranee, but we're still going to blame Erin. So there's that. So Allianne, she's thinking, and you're about to fall. She's thinking that you called home. Oop, get your foot up there. And so aliens needed to be on there. We'll see. We'll see. So what did I put on my square? Well, some of you were very close. Very close. So since it was like a bluish color, cornflower blue, and had the white circle in the middle, there is something flying on a broom, but it's not a witch, not the Sanderson sisters, not an owl. Of course, it was the black kitty. And I freehanded the broom and the black kitty. So there we go. That was my day 38, and I absolutely love it. You guys know I love my black cats. So black cats are sneaking in all over the place. I have two. One has splotches of orange throughout, but like the printer blew up. Um, so I had to. I had to. And it was free-handed. I just started with a circle and then did, oh, I can't remember how I did the little ears. I'll have to try and remember. And then I just kind of did a triangle body, went across, did a tail, came back down with rows, did a few little uh half double crochets to make it look like a back foot, and then just came across for the front paw. And then I just took some gray, kind of did some outline shaping so you could see the back hindquarters. So yes, my little witchy black kitty is flying in front of the moon on her little broom. And this I just chained and then single crocheted across. And then this I just did single crochets in back loop. And then when I got to the end where I wanted the width, I just did, I think it was a half single, and then two half doubles, and then another single. And then, yeah, and then I just whip stitched the little brown to section the broom off. And that was where I got that. So yes, black kitty flying on a broom across the moon. I like it. I like it a lot. So that was day 38. So let's get to the boo box of fate for day 39 and see what square we will be working on for day 39. Oh my goodness. Let's make it a good one that we haven't had yet. Okay. Ooh, oh, we got two. So we've done green this week, so we'll let the green go because it was dangling. I actually had my hand on the other one. Let me pick that one up. And we'll put it back in the box. Yeah. All right. So this is the one we grabbed. And this is the one we will be using. So I guess we'll see if I'm going to use it as is tomorrow. Or perhaps will I throw something, a little something, something on there. I love it. This is one of the squares that when I was playing around with this to see how the colors flowed, which I was glad I did because we had got sick with COVID, I ended up using a whole skein except for just like a little smidgy bit ball that I'll probably use on trim for something, or maybe even an applique. I don't know yet. So this is one of the squares. And I love how all these squares turned out with this. Get up there. Don't you go nowhere. So this is the square for day 39. Yes, I love these colors. These are so pretty. And we haven't pulled one of these in a while. We haven't pulled one of these ever. I was just using the other ones because we weren't doing random square draws yet. So yeah, I guess we'll see what we're going to put on there for tomorrow. Yeah. So there's the square update. We are getting close to having another 10, so I can add another row. And for those of you who are new and haven't seen the blanket thus far, I'll show you real quick. I haven't added any since last time I showed it because I needed to wait till I have another bundle of 10 done. And like I said, I'm putting it together like a C2C. And I'm using this for the join because of the color changes and because I'm using these colors so much. And I'm loving how it's turning out. So, of course, we've got the top, and I think we've got 8 going up and down and 8 across at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7. Sorry. Miss can't count today. I told you math ain't mathin' today. So up here we've got the pumpkin, and then we've got Jack and Sally. And then we go down to the 3. And then we go down to the 4. And then we've got the 5. And here's the row with the 6. And then here's the row with the 7 going across. So our next row, we will start here, add 1, go up here, then go to here. Oops. And we're doing it just like you do C2C. And then go here, add on here. Oops. And then here, and then here, and then add up here. And that will be our next row. And I'm super excited because I love, 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 love how this is working up. I am like, this thing, I am so glad that Ranee had this idea and that a bunch of us decided to join, because this crochet along is bringing me so much joy. Um, Even through COVID and all of that and not feeling well, every time I work on this stuff, I just feel lit up from the inside out, and I am having so much fun. So, yes, that's the crochet along with Rainy update for day 38. So, real quick, I got a package today. I've been waiting on this because it was a pre-order from Amazon, and I wanted to show you guys. Let me get a pair of scissors real quick. I haven't even opened it yet. I've been waiting to show you guys, so I haven't even seen it in real life. So, yes. So there was a book that I saw an advertisement for, and it was for pre-order, and it was released, I want to say, on August 26th, and it's finally here. So let's take a real quick look. I don't know how much of a dive we'll do into it. I know I want to do a video to do a deep dive, but the book is by Donielle Broderick, creator of Cuddly Slashers. And yes, it's for Halloween, and it's amigurumi. It's called Cute and Creepy Crochet. Includes 4 pattern sizes for each doll. 20 plus easy amigurumi patterns for scary creatures, cuddly cryptids, sinister slashers, dangerous dragons, and more. And this is the book. Cute and Creepy Crochet. How stinking cute is that? And look, there's the back. It says spine tingling snugglers for any occasion. There we go. So let's see what's in it. I'm like dying to look. And hopefully they've got it set up for my mother, Miriam Naomi Broderick, who always supported my dreams and aspirations of becoming an artist. I miss you. Oh, table of contents: The Joy of Amigurumi, all about creepy crochet. Reading Crochet 101, Tools of the Trade, Basic Stitches Explained. Now, how to finish projects. And then the dolls. You've got categories. There's 4: classic creeps, folklore frights, modern monsters, and stat block scaries. And then it goes into index and acknowledgments. The Joy of Amigurumi, all about creepy crochet. This is pretty detailed with the Reading Crochet 101, Tools of the Trade. Let's see. And then how to finish. And then we get into classic creeps, and I'm assuming those are the ones that are in here. This is classic creeps right here. Looks like we've got a werewolf, a mummy, this little zombie, this Franken cutie right here, and then the Reaper, Grim Reaper. How stinking cute. And these are done with chenille or blanket yarn, but you can do them in 4-weight, 3-weight. Look how cute he is. Looky there. And there's all 4 sizes. He's definitely getting made, guys. He's definitely getting made. Very detailed. The pictures are great. Look at the mummies. Oh, aren't they adorable? And then we've got a very hairy werewolf. How cute. And then the Brainy Brian the zombie. Oh, I'm sure Brian's going to love that one. There he is. And the Grim right there, all 4 sizes. I'm assuming blanket, chenille, 4-weight, and maybe 3-weight. Oh, Burnette Velvet, Burnette Velvet, Burnette Velvet. Oh, wait a minute. Burnette Velvet, Premier Parfait Chunky, Burnette Blanket, and Sweet Snuggles are the 3 different yarns. And then we have the Folklore Frights. Oh, these are cute. Looky there, guys. We've got this horse, this pumpkin guy. I think I wonder if she is supposed to be Lizzie Borden. And then you've got this little guy, that one, and then this creepy witch. So, come on. My fingers aren't working, guys. So here's it says Headless Horseman. Oh, so it's the horse on a stick and the Headless Horseman right there. And then you've got Baby Yaga right there. And yep, little Lizzie Borden right there. And then Dr. Plague right there. And Yarn Yeti right there. Isn't he cute? I don't know why, but when I look at him, my Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear, but Fuzzy Wuzzy had. And then we have Modern Monsters. And those are the ones that are in here. You've got No Face. You've got this guy. You've got this creepy clown. Nope. You've got Mothman. And you've got an alien. So we've got your classic alien right here. He's so cute. And you've got the Faceless Man right here. Although you could give him a Jack Skellington face. I'm seeing Jack Skellington. Yeah, especially like, see, right there. And then you've got Count Orlok right here. And the creepy clown, and creepy ain't no joke. I'm not a clown person at all. Nope, 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 nope. And after him, we have Mothman. Of course, you always have to have the Mothman when it comes to cryptids and all that stuff. Then we have Stat Block Scaries. And these are so cute. Look at these guys. Him. Oh my gosh. Look at these. Look at these. Oh my word. So, come on, fingers. We have Desi the Dragon right here. How cute is that? And we have Grinning Gargoyle. Adorable. Yep, definitely going to have to make the Grinning Gargoyle. Love it. And then we have the Grimacing Goblin. How stinking cute. Aww. And they're so soft and squishy because they're with the fuzzy yarns. And then we have the Cuddly Cthulhu right here. And then we have Old Baffy right here. This looks like stuff from Grinning Goats. She makes some amazing critters. And that's it, guys. That is Cute and Creepy Crochet, which was just released on the 26th by Donielle Broderick. creator of the Cuddly Slashers. I think she has, I want to say she has an Etsy shop, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure about Ravelry, but I think I have seen her stuff maybe on Etsy. I don't know. If I can find it, I will link it in the description box, and I will also put a link for the book. And there we go. That's a real quick run through of cute and creepy crochet. Yay for a brand new Ami book that just hit the market. I have been so patiently awaiting this. Yes, yes. And like I said, you don't have to only use chenille, velvet, or blanket yarn. You can use 4-weight, 3-weight, 2-weight, thread if you want to. Not me, but there we go. So I guess with that, since we've run on 30 minutes, I'm going to let you guys go. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. And come back tomorrow for day 39 of 100 Days of Halloween. And we might open another package that needs to get open. So with that, guys, I'm going to love on you and tell you have a great day. Love you bunches. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.